I will be demonstrating my Wwise implementation within Unity's 3D GameKit asset package. I started by profiling the game's events within its content browser to fill out an asset list. This covered each event name, its recording date, variations and stages of implementation in order for me to keep track of assets. Footsteps were recorded outdoors using a Zoom H5, recording mud, grass, foliage, metal for the ship's interior, and concrete for the temple areas. Within Wwise, I needed to create every event from the ground up, and started with the player's footsteps. The footsteps play from a switch container, which covers the surface groups. The footsteps script went through a few iterations until I wrote a raycasting script to call Wwise to play footsteps from the switch container. The raycasting script calls the correct footsteps from the raycasting to the custom surface materials assigned to each surface prefab in the game. Each area of the level had their own ambience loops attached to sphere colliders within the game. Some colliders were made specifically to add reverb zones to certain areas of the game. Individual elements such as the acid pools utilize AK Ambient's large mode, covering the area in order to attenuate the acid pool across its entire length. Through the use of random containers, I was able to add creatures to the environment which randomly trigger within 2 areas of the level. These random containers have randomized pitch and volume for added file variety. I have also included initial delays, which help in making sure the player doesn't pick up on any repetition. Custom 3D positioning is chosen at random to immerse the player. As the player turns the camera, the sound will travel with them. Destructible boxes also use Wwise 3D positioning to ensure each time the boxes are shattered, the player feels as though the debris is spreading in different directions each time. Through the use of Wwise's states, I was able to change the ambient loop of certain interactable game objects, such as the pressure plates, gems, and health chests. These act as a switch to stop playing a sound, or to play a different sound entirely. For animation events, I wrote a custom script which allowed me to write within the string of the numerous animation events. The name of the event in Wwise would match the string. This enabled fast and easy implementation of audio events. For the player's weapon, instead of using single audio files, I split the sounds of the event into individual parts. I then layered each of those parts into the event in Wwise. Certain aspects of a sound could have variety, while others may remain consistent. Enemies within the game would constantly be emitting some kind of sound, so they still felt like they lived within the game world. This was made possible easily using the custom play event script. The vocalizations of these creatures, including the Chomper and Grenadier Golem, were recorded by myself using a Rode NT1A. The Grenade Golem is the boss of the level, and the weight of the character's movements and attacks needed to convey that to the player. This was more a threatening foe, though not without a weak spot. The weak spot is on the back of the boss, and through use of cone attenuation, the weak spot remains occluded from the front. The engine loop gains clarity as the player circles around the enemy. Once the player has hit the boss, I used a blend container tied to a RTPC, which changes the state of the golem's health. This gives further information to the player, letting them know that their strategy of striking the golem's weak spot is working. A large teleporter at the end of the level glows and hums, making a mysterious sound, inviting the player closer. As the player moves closer to the portal, a blend container within Wwise proceeds to add more layers, and once the layer passes into a collision in Unity, one-shots of circling wisps begin to play. To summarise, Wwise is a valuable tool within the hands of a technical sound designer, and I hope that this demonstration of my work has given some helpful insight into my workflow. You can watch a full demo of the game on my website at www.roneaudio.com. Thank you for watching.